So I really look at I love a challenge though, and I'm just so proud of every bit of it. We went through a whole roller coaster of the human experience, and I'm very proud.
In the often glamorous yet frequently tumultuous world of Hollywood, where fortunes are made and lost based on the ever shifting tides of public opinion and the relentless pursuit of the next blockbuster hit, the Deadpool franchise, with its unique blend of action, self aware humor, and the undeniable charisma of Ryan Reynolds in the title role, had achieved a level of success that seemed almost untouchable. The franchise had become a global phenomenon. The entertainment world was stunned, however, as a controversy began to unfold, one that centered on Blake Lively, an actress known for her talent and strong public image. The situation threatened to derail the future of the beloved franchise, and more dramatically, to impact the career of the actor who, in the eyes of many fans, had come to define the character and indeed, the superhero genre itself. How could the actions of a star's spouse and the resulting impact on public perception lead to the departure of the very actor who had brought Deadpool to life? Prepare to delve into a complex and multi-layered narrative. This is a story that explores the dynamics of celebrity, the power of public opinion, the often opaque inner workings of the entertainment industry, and the potential consequences of a high-profile dispute. Before we get started, we want to make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and that you give this video a big thumbs up to show your support. Also, please let us know your thoughts by dropping a comment below.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she's a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious for her.
All this time, the storyline began to paint her as the possible manipulator. I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she's a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious for her. All this might still have been contained within typical Hollywood strife, albeit a sensational one, had it not bled into Marvel's domain. Deadpool, a once risky venture that Ryan had championed, had skyrocketed into a major moneymaker for the studio. Audiences adored the wisecracking mercenary, and Brian's comedic style melded so well with the character that he seemed irreplaceable. The initial whispers of trouble, the first indications that the relationship between the parties involved was not, as it might have appeared, did not surprisingly emerge from the meticulously controlled environment of a Marvel film set. Marvel Productions, known for their carefully planned and managed narratives and their unwavering commitment to the protection of their intellectual property. Instead, the earliest rumblings of the developing controversy began to surface around a standalone film project that Blake Lively had, at one point, approached with clear enthusiasm and anticipation. The director of this film, an individual known for his skill in crafting emotionally resonant stories, had been granted substantial creative control over the project, serving not only as a co-writer but also as a producer. In addition to those roles, the director had been cast in a key role in the film, affording him considerable influence over almost every aspect of the production. This multifaceted involvement gave the director a significant degree of influence over nearly every facet of the film's development, including and, perhaps most crucially, the film's ultimate creative direction and artistic vision. The film project was meant to be an important step forward in Lively's career. It was thought to have the potential to add to her portfolio.
But I was like just tracking him down, and then finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director. Yeah. And so I said, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So, so then every day on set, I was like, is it a comedy or is it a thriller? And it's like, yeah, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and like, kind of like my outfit, I guess.
The first signs of tension began to emerge in reports that described a growing sense of disagreement and conflict between Blake Lively and the director. These disputes, as those close to the production confirmed, centered around several key issues. They included the proposed revisions to the script, the plans for marketing and promoting the film in the lead up to its release, and perhaps most fundamentally, the film's ultimate creative direction. Lively, according to sources, began to express increasing dissatisfaction. She stated that she felt that the project was moving in a direction that was not fully aligned with her own artistic vision, and that the direction, in her opinion, was potentially compromising her own brand. These disagreements, as it later became clear, went beyond creative differences. They represented a fundamental clash of artistic principles and a disagreement regarding the very essence of the film and its intended outcome. There was a growing sense that the conflict would not be resolved.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. This is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh, really? Because I just have 1 on my list. I can't do on my list.
And it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a bird. He's like, wait, who? And I was like, sorry,
he's guessing.
Someone.
Right.
I don't know.
Then, as the situation continued to develop, came the turning point with the emergence of leaked text messages. These communications, which had been allegedly sent by Blake Lively, soon became a central point of contention. These texts seemed to provide a piece of evidence and provide a different perspective on the situation. These messages, as was later revealed, would be instrumental in shaping the public perception of what had taken place. The text messages appeared to place responsibility and blame for the developing issues and disagreements squarely on the shoulders of the film's director, alleging actions and behaviors on his part that quickly became a point of controversy and debate. Some of the text messages, it was later revealed, contained strong implications that the director had allegedly been working to manipulate media outlets. The goal of the alleged manipulation was to cast Lively in a negative light. The goal, some said, was to damage her reputation and to potentially limit her future opportunities. This created a new division.
I mean, I internalized that as opportunity. Like, we had such a responsibility to this audience to deliver something and to have the opportunity to deliver something for a passionate group of people.
Yes.
As someone who is so deeply passionate myself, I was so excited about that. I would so much rather have that than people who are indifferent.
Blase.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she is a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious for her.
As the story continued to unfold, the focus of attention shifted to Ryan Reynolds and his role as Deadpool. He had been the star of this very popular series of films. In the film as well, there were reports that had emerged that there had been some use of intellectual property that was controlled by Marvel. It was speculated that these materials, which were said to have been leaked by Lively, had damaged the company. The legal claims, the alleged actions by those involved, have been the focus of the story. If you enjoyed learning more about the dramatic developments in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your predictions about the future of Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds? Share your thoughts in the comments below.